Hello, travelers. I hope you all are doing good. Today we are breaking down Nefer, the brand new 5-star Dendro catalyst from Not Cry. Okay, we will cover her stats, best fuels, weapons, team comps, and most importantly, should you pull or skip her banner. So let's go started. Okay, so beginning with the character overview, Nefer is Dendro Catalyst user specializing in lunar bloom reaction. She is an on-field DPS with unique shadow dance mechanics. Oh my god. Summoning a spectral clone to attack alongside her. Her playstyle is flashy, fast, and perfect for reaction-based teams. She hails from the Not Cry region. Not Cry. Okay, and her constellation is Ludus Lantrum Culorum. It feels like a Harry Potter. Ludus Lantrum Culorum. She is basically a master of secrets both in lore and gameplay. Now let's get moving on to stats and talents breakdown. Skill is equals to Shadow Dance mode. Okay. Let's talk about her abilities. Elemental skill, that is in short is ES, Shadow Dance. Nefer enters a stance that change her charge attack into Phantasm performance, summoning a shade that mimics her attacks and deal dendro damage. Wow, good. Okay, now coming to elemental burst, that is EP in short, it's Moon's Secret or White. Okay, deals area of effect, dendro damage, and boost lunar bloom reaction damage for a few seconds. Okay, it good, but I think for this she needs llama. I hope. Okay. Her passive talent scale with elemental mastery, that is EM, and crit damage, making her a high risk, high reward DPS damage per second. Now go for skill. So how you will go, like which talents you have to be prioritized. Okay, so first go for ES, that is elemental skill, which is very important, which I mentioned is Shadow Dance. Then come up for a normal attack, bro. Normal attack, then go for a elemental burst. If I go a proper breakdown, then ideally level skills to, that is the elemental skill, go up to 9, or you can max it. If I go for a normal, it should be 8 plus something, and if I go for a EB, that is elemental burst, it should be 6 plus. Okay, now for example, if you see the table, like I have divided both talents and constellation, which we have for Nefer. Now this time we will go for a constellation because I already talked about talents. Okay, now coming to the constellation, so bro, Nefer's constellation is again, which I mentioned, is Ludus Lantrum Culorum. Okay, focuses on amplifying her shades, damage, and lunar bloom reaction. C1 makes her skill uptime longer, and C2 adds more shade attacks. Great for consistent damage. C6 transform her burst into a nuke level finisher. But remember, she is more, or I can say she is strong even at C0. I would say recommendation for most of the players that C0 to C2 is perfect. She is strong even at C0, but C2 gives the biggest performance jump, extra straight attack from 25 to 30% DPS increase. Yeah, I would say if I go for a C4 to C6, a luxury pickup for hardcore players. Same as like me. Just joking, man. Okay, so if you see these table formats, you will have a proper understanding what I'm talking about. Now coming to the fifth one, that is build and artifacts. So for every character, builds and artifacts are very important. So we have to do a farming for artifacts in the domain, which I hate every time. Okay, now coming to the Nefer's best build setups. If I go for the main stat, I'm not talking about a flower and a feather. I'm directly moving on sand, goblet, and circlet. If I go for a sand, it should be elemental mastery, that is EM. If I go for a goblet, it should be elemental mastery, EM. If I talk about circlet, it either should be crit rate or crit damage, depending on like balance basically. And if I go for a substats priority, so it goes like crit rate, crit damage, EM, and attack percentage. Okay, now best set, that is I would say it's Night of the Sky Unveiling, best for Lunar Bloom. But we have an alternative. We have alternative that is Glided Dreams or Deep Wood Memories. Oh, Nahida, you come again. Oh man. Okay, okay. Okay, now coming for Nefer's weapon. So first is the signature weapon. If you got it, if you got it, then you are good to go. The signature weapon is Reliquary of Truth, boost Nefer's crit stats and her element of mastery. If I go for alternative, that is a thousand floating dreams, best in slot for element of mastery scaling. Now we have alternative for free to play option, that is Black Marrow Lantern or Sacrificial Jade for increasing Nefer's damage since its boost both element of mastery and Nefer's lunar bloom damage. I would say target at least 75% crit rate, and more than that I would say, or maybe 70 plus for crit rate, and 250 crit damage with around 600 plus elemental mastery for peak damage. Yes. Okay, now coming to the team composition, which is very important in Genshin. It's okay. Let's go for like Nefer shines in Dendro, Hydro, Synergy teams, focusing on Lunar Bloom reaction. So the team goes. The first one will be Nefer, that is a main DPS. Second is Llama. Oh man, if you have Llama, then I would recommend go for Nefer. Otherwise, she can't able to like trigger that lunar bloom. So second one is Llama, that is sub DPS and lunar bloom trigger. Third one is I know, that is our hydro little girl for support and buffer. And the last fourth will be a Nahida, or you can take as a Bezu, that is an extra dendro plus EM buff or heal. Now coming to a free to play team. So Nefer plus we have a Barbara, plus we have a Curly, plus we have a Traveler, that is a Dendro, or we would say a Sucrose. Oh darling Barbara, now you are working in Nefer team. Okay, it's good. Now coming to a pro tip. Okay, prioritize character who can trigger and sustain Dendro core for maximum reaction uptime. So I would give a recommendation, I would give a tip, that is always include a hydro unit to trigger lunar bloom. Now pair with another not quite character to unlock seeds of deceit buff. That is for that's why I mentioned, if you have Llama, then go for it, bro. It's work good for Nefer. Okay, now we are coming to the main important discussion, that is should you pull for Nefer or skip it. Okay, so let's talk about her pros. The first one will be exclusive reaction. Lunar Broom is unique to not cry characters, giving Nefer a niche no other Dendro unit can fit. Second one is strong on-field DPS, great for Spiral Abyss and Imaginarium Theater. Okay, Imaginarium Theater, which I've never completed. Okay, that comes under strong on-field DPS for Nefer. Okay, team buff with another not cry unit. She converts Dendro cores into Seeds of Deceit, boosting elemental mastery, charge attack, and burst damage. Visual and lore, I would say her design and backstory are stunning, perfect for lore content and gameplay. Now coming to cons, overlap. Like for example, if you already use Nahida, or I would say like Alhitam, Nefer may feels like a side grade unless you want Lunar Bloom specifically. Team dependency, I would say, yeah, she needs hydro and not cry characters to unlock full potential. So I would recommend like if you already have a dendro character, if you already have a dendro character like Nahida or Alitham, I would say like don't go for Nefer. But if you need something new or design or animation like a lunar bloom, then you can go for a Nefer. And if you have a Primo Gems, then go for it. And if you don't have, then save it for next banner, I would say. Yes. So that's it, I would say, and that's your complete Nefer guide, traveler. Let me know in the comments section. Are you pulling for Nefer or skipping this banner? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And yes, Welkin giveaway on 500 subscriber. So see you next time in Tibet. Bye bye.